Okay, folks, this is a challenging one, and it's a bit of a curio. I don't know what it is exactly. I've got an idea, but it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to put on the glass with both hands or with one hand. I don't know how we're going to make this work. I'm going to make it started out in black and white on map mode. I don't know how big we're going to make this piece. I do think maybe 200 would be a good size. And the contrast could go up a bit. Okay, let's see what we have, what this curio is. It folds up and down. It's some kind of storage unit, I do suspect. I suspect it's a storage unit of some descript, and we're just going to lift it up and place it on the glass of this photocopier. Hopefully it'll fit. It looks like it ain't gonna fit, and it's not sitting up straight. It just keeps falling down, like flattening itself out. But I think we've got it on the glass adequately, and we're just going to make this into something interesting. It's going to end up being a movement piece. I'm not going to just leave just a mesh pattern. I found this by the side of the road, as I often find a lot of things. Now that looks interesting. It looks a bit too dark, and we've got the top of it up there, which we can't do anything about at this stage. Do wonder if maybe we could darken it a bit, and maybe I do think negative positive might work better with this. So we're going to darken it right down. And the contrast is going to go right up, but we can't use contrast with brightness, I just remembered. Just moved again. Okay, out it comes. That looks interesting. It looks a lot more interesting than this version, but maybe it still looks a bit wishy-washy. We're going to lose the contrast, but we're going to darken the brightness and see what happens. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That's a lot more well defined. We're going to use that as our master copy. So we're going to use that. We're going to take away our original. So we're just going to set this up. We're going to leave it on map. We're going to just maybe put it on 100. Going to remove that. Set the rest of this up. Oh, I've got to go back to here. Nearly forgot. So you have to take it off black and white mode and set up all the bits. And then I'll remove the original. That's the contrast. We want it really dark. Not dark, really sharp. not sharp, what's the word? Contrasty. So we're just going to put this, I don't know what it is, but I figured it would make something really textural, you could say, on this equipment. So we're going to take this and we're going to move it around. Yeah, that looks interesting. Got too much of a void there. Going to try do it again. Maybe we could darken it. It's a little bit on the wishy-washy side. Yeah, that looks a lot better, the quality. That still looks quite nice in its own way, but this looks a lot better darkness-wise. I do think we've still got too much of a void in the middle of the page. Maybe it's a little bit dark. I do think maybe... I'm going to leave it like that, fuck it. So we're going to try that again. Okay, that looks interesting. I do think we're still getting a lot of voids. I do wonder, I think that's going to be the one we're going to work with. I do hope I can make it look any good. So that's this is it. We're going to use this. Yeah, that looks really quite zany, this. Even the voids seem to make it into something better, even with the voids. I do think maybe this could be the centre of the job. We're going to make this into something interesting, folks. I was thinking there, but I think it's got that typical archy sort of shape, so we're going to work with that arch. So that's our last original, and this will be the next one we use. Going to make that the centre, I do think. Yeah, that's what we're going to use. We're just going to move these away. So we're going to utilise this, and that's going to be the centre. I don't know how it's going to exactly look, but I'm trusting that my intuition will help. But the original and the actual source original indeed was crazy. A lot of things I photocopy are. I try to push the boundaries, folks. even if it looks like it's likely not to work. But then when it works, it really is a treat, folks. That looks interesting. I find that most of the demos I do, or a large portion of them, go for more than 10 minutes or so. I don't know why I keep making these prolongated ones. It's really strange why it happens like that. A lot of the time I guess I'm trying to make my work look really nice, and sometimes it takes a lot more effort to get something decent out than to be in a hurry and end up with something that looks shitty. But sometimes it's hard to know when to give up and when to keep going and how to do it and all that. And then you get an idea after you've done your work and you get really angry. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.